A very good morning, class 8. Today we will be starting with the portion of unit test amorphous forms of carbon. The word amorphous is what? Lacking in shape. That means that does not have a perfect shape. So accordingly, amorphous substance have no particular shape or structure. Okay, now why they don't have a particular shape or structure? Because the atoms and molecules that are arranged are not symmetrical. That means they are not geometrically shaped. So they are irregularly fixed. That's why they do not have a fixed shape. So some common amorphous substances are copper sulfate, anhydrous copper sulfate, sulfur powder, talcum powder that you use, wheat flour, etc. Now, the amorphous form of carbon includes also that kajal that you use, no, for your eyes and all. So kajal is also a form of amorphous form of carbon. Then there are other forms of carbon also that includes coke, charcoal, lamp black, etc. Now very common one is coal. Coal is koila, right? Now that is naturally that exists in the universe. Now coal you can understand that you use for burning, right? So how is coal formed and what is actually coal? Today we'll be talking. So first we'll take up the topic, that is coal. Now coal is one of the cheapest fossil fuel. As you can see, for anything, for any purpose of cooking, earlier also coal was used. Until now people use coal. Now coal is what? It is a hard black solid that is generally you can find it in Russia, China, USA, Germany, South Africa and Australia. Now in India, when we talk about, it is generally found in Jharkhand, West Bengal, Orissa and Madhya Pradesh. Now, how actually is coal formed? So the process of formation of coal is known as carbonization. Okay. Now what happens? Their formation of coal takes place in millions of years. It is not possible for it to make it within 1 or 2 days or years. It requires long years for the formation of coal. Now, coal is formed by the bacterial decomposition of ancient vegetable matter buried under successive layers of earth. Now what happens? Whatever raw, rotten, riped things are there, they get segregated and they get compiled up under the earth. And what happens as a result? Bacterial decomposition takes place. With the help of bacteria, they break down and they mix in the earth. And under the action of high temperature and pressure, very important to know, under the action of only very high temperature and pressure, in the absence of air, children, make out, in the absence of air, the decayed vegetable matters get converted into coal. And as a result, what happens? The successive layers of coal is formed and the amount of carbon in the deposit increases and the level of impurities decreases. As deeper you go, the purity level increases. You know very well, when we use water, right, from ground, when you take out, you know, first layer would be full of impurities, second layer would be the same, but as you go deeper you will get pure form of water, right? That's why in hand pumps and all, they dig it to the deepest. Now this process is called carbonization. Now what is this process called? Carbonization. That means the process of turning the vegetable matters or buried pile up matters with the help of bacterial decomposition to form the piles of carbon under the earth's surface is known as carbonization. Okay. And the most active episode of carbonization is Carboniferous era. Now Carboniferous era is what? Coal era, charcoal era, where people used to use this coal as a chief and the chief source of cooking and chief source of uses, either in burning or in cooking, etc. Okay. Now coal can be of different types. I said no, they form piles. So what happens? Piles means different layers. So types of coal we'll be talking about. You'll see this chart. Here you can see plants under high temperature and pressure,
they form peat. Then comes lignite, then bituminous, and then anthracite. Okay. Now deeper you go inside, purer you will get, right? So you can see the content present here. In a peat you can see 50 to 60% carbon. In lignite you can see 60 to 70% carbon. Bituminous you can see 80 to 90%. And then when you go deeper inside anthracite, you get 90 to 98% carbon. Okay, so you can see the purity. So the purity changes as you go deeper. Now first we'll take up peat. Now what is peat?
First comes your peat. Now peat is what? It is the first stage in the formation of coal. Therefore, the formation of coal is light in this. That means you can see the coal in the color of light brown, because the content of carbon is less in this, and it is the inferior quality of coal. I told you deeper you go, purer you will get. So it is the first layer that you can find, that is peat. So it contains 50 to 60% carbon. Then we talk about lignite. It is the second stage of carbon, which contains 60% of carbon. Now 60% of carbon, still the color cannot come black, because it is inferior in quality and it is harder than peat, and yet it is brown in color. Okay. The third one is bituminous coal. It is the third stage in the formation of coal. There are high, medium and low varieties of bituminous, with the carbon present being 90, 80 and 70 to 75% respectively. Now bituminous itself has 3 layers ranges, that is high, medium and low. Whichever you want to buy, you can buy. And this bituminous coal is only used for cooking, household cooking. It is black in color and hard, and on heating both volatile and non-volatile materials are given out. Okay. Now we'll talk about the last one, that is the purest variety of coal, that is anthracite. It is the final stage in the formation of coal. The carbon content is very high in it, that means 92 to 98%. It is hard, dense and black. It is difficult to ignite, but once when you ignite, it burns with a lot of heat and a very long time. Okay, it is found only in few places in the world. Now it is very important for you to understand, from plants piled up under high temperature and pressure, they turn up into peat, that is the first stage. Then comes lignite, second stage, then bituminous, third, and then anthracite, fourth. Now what are the uses of coal? This you know very well. In domestic uses, industrial fuels, you can use it for thermal power stations, steam engines. Earlier steam engines, people used to use this coal only for what? For the engines. Then to prepare coke, coal gas and coal tar. This you will be learning further. In the formation of synthetic petrol. Synthetic petrols, you can call it as spiritonol. Then coal is an important requirement for the manufacture of some fertilizers like drugs, synthetic textiles and perfumes. It can be used in the manufacture of fertilizers, drugs, synthetic textiles and perfumes. Coal, charcoal black, you use it in face washes and all, right? Right now these times you are getting charcoal. So charcoal is a form of coal only. Then you have, it is used as a source of organic compound in benzene, naphthalene and aniline. The structures I'll let you know in my next video, the structures of these compounds. So these are the rich source of carbon, coal. Okay, so benzene, naphthalene, aniline, all these cyclic compounds, they contain carbon in it. Okay, now enough for today. In my next video, we'll be discussing about destructive distillation of coal, then coke, and then comes charcoal. Till then, have a nice day. God bless you.